How's it going, Iris?
It's going pretty good.
We did not have an Eidolon. We did not have a drawn from the undertow. The two of us this week, so I have not talked to you since
Yeah.
TR.
Yeah, no. It's been a while.
Yeah, so it's been nearly a week. I have had thread spinners to record though.
True.
I had to record two today.
Yeah, you sure did.
I've done about maybe probably not quite 4 hours of recording, but it's been a lot. Last week was my wife's birthday, so we had to push the episode we had scheduled for then to this week, and we already had one
Yep.
scheduled for today. So,
Uh-huh.
and I do have a thread spinner with you on Wednesday that I still need to finish my prep work for.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
It's funny because when I was planning that game and we were designing it, I'm like, this is very like improvisational. I don't know. Like, I'm okay with that, but are like other people going to be okay with it? And I'm so far writing so much preparation compared to what I would do for Eidolon.
Yeah. Now the question is like, are you prepared for that?
Yeah, because it's actually in some ways you do need more prep work done because in a traditional RPG like Eidolon, I kind of can just have an idea of what I'm going to do to you guys, and I've just got it all in my head. You have so much more agency to decide what happens in the story, and that means I need way more like plot hooks that I can swap in that are appropriate based on what you pick, right?
Yeah.
It's in some ways it is kind of like designing an open world game versus a linear game, you know? But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Netrunner.
We sure are.
I have been playing a bunch of Seb. Still trying to make him work in the new ban list. I think I found a list that pretty much works. I'm not like dominating, but I wasn't dominating before, and it's like a fallacy for me in my head to chalk up every loss to, well, I wouldn't have lost that without the ban list, right? That's not fair.
Yeah.
So what I've settled on, I've cut. I forget how much of this was 2 weeks ago when we last recorded. But I cut Ashen Epilogue, obviously, because I had to, because it's banned. Use the influence to bring in Dr. Nuka, because without Ashen Epilogue, I don't trust Lago, the card that lets you mill yourself to draw. I think if I can't reset my deck, that's a good way to just run out of juice way too fast. And I think if you look at the broad view of a game, if I can draw and install a Dr. Nuka and fire it twice, I think it gets me about as much draw power as Lago can get you. Now, Lago also has the benefit of, like, the mill helps you in some ways, right? Because it seeds the discard pile for recursion. You have cards that trigger when they get trashed. So it's still weaker, but it basically works. And then I do want some recursion, because one of the things that makes Ashen so nasty is getting able to land more transfers of wealth and steal more money from the corp. So I put in 2 Katorga breakouts. And here's the thing. There's games where I feel dirty with this deck. I totally have games that I have a hard time with. I think one of the more dominant corp decks right now, it actually struggles with a lot. But if I can get you in a headlock, you're not getting out of the headlock, you know? Because I will just steal your money every turn. I will bring you down to 0 credits. You'll take 3 credits, pass back to me, and I will just steal them again. And you're never going to get to play Netrunner. Well, I just do whatever I feel like.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. Because before, with Ashen, yes, it recurs your whole deck. But so in theory, you could land up to 6 transfers, right? And that's worse than what this deck can only land a max of. Well, it can land 6, because it can use buffer drive. But the difference is that, first of all, Ashen can potentially RFG 1 to 3 of those transfers, and you still have to dig through the deck to find them afterwards.
Yeah.
When I'm just recurring Gatorga, like when I do a successful run, I bounce back any card from discard back to hand. So that means I can just like have a chain of transfer of wealths that are not spaced out in the same way. I can just hit you with it turn after turn and not give you any break to recover. And it's gross. I've also tuned up my Bangoon deck because Melius is really fun to play, but also everybody's playing Melius U now, and it's a little boring.
Uh-huh.
So hey, this is a different deck that I like to think that I'm doing a public service by giving people a different corp to play against.
That's fair. Yeah.
It did really hit me looking over the ban list that, like, there were 3 really good corp decks. There was Precision Design, Fast Advance. There was Ob Super Heavy Logistics that just does Ob stuff. And there was
Yeah.
Melius U, which was pretty easily the front runner of those 3.
Yeah.
They did a ban to hurt Precision Design, and they did a ban to hurt Ob. That a lot of Ob players seeing are kind of saying, like, Ob might just be done. That might have been the ban that finally, like, we just got to move on to a different ID. This isn't viable anymore. They didn't do a ban to target Melius U at all. And granted, it's a hard one to target for because there's, part of this is it's a brand new ID. So, like, every week there is a new fucked up Melius U deck that everyone's running, and it sucks to play against. The one that is really disgusting to me uses a card called Ganked, which is an ambush. It's an upgrade. When you touch it, the corp can force you to encounter any rezzed piece of ice on the server it's protecting. So you res just big fuck off ice like Cloud Eater and Myco Web, and then you put 3 Ganked into the deck, and you use Lotus Haze, which lets you move upgrades around, which means no matter what server you run, you're going to run into a Ganked. And it's really, really gross.
Interesting.
It just kind of turns into, I need enough money to break, like, the biggest piece of ice in the game twice before I can start running. And you don't... Luck will not always allow you to do that, It's gross. There's also
Justine says,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Justine says, Ganked is such a fucking nasty card at all times. I'm surprised I don't see it more than I do.
I am a little surprised it hasn't been around more. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let's do some Bangoon gaming. Actually, I do want to make some edits to this deck real fast because I've been thinking about it. So they put out Sacrifice Zone expansion as a new Wayland agenda in this set, and I saw it and thought, ooh, cool Bangoon card. I've seen a lot of people see it and go, ooh, cool Bangoon card. But actually looking at it, let me put one in here just so we can look at it without having to jump over to Sacrifice Zone. Let's see, what does it do? So it's a public, so that means it goes face up, no matter who plays it. Like, Bangoon can play any agenda face up, but Sac Zone has to go face up wherever it goes.
Yeah, because of how it does, what it does.
Yeah, that's what public does. The first time each turn you advance this agenda, gain 3 credits. So it's a net gain of 2 credits the first time you advance it each turn. Once per turn, when the runner makes a successful run on another server, you can remove 1 hosted advancement counter to do 1 meat damage. So first of all, that once per turn thing is bad. You shouldn't ever pop it. You are slowing down the scoring of an agenda that is just sitting there for the runner to take. That's bait. You do not take that bait if you run this card. Because I do think there's decks that run it. Like, I think BTL can use it really well. I think Nuveng can run it really well. I think basically every Wayland other than Bangoon can. Everyone looks at it and says, oh, it's a public agenda, so, like, Bangoon likes it, right? Why does Bangoon like it? How does this help me? What does this actually do for my game plan? Because I'll tell you what it does. Yeah, go ahead.
See what they were trying to do with this card, where, like, you continually, like, it is a thing that you just keep it in there for a while.
Yes.
Where, like, you don't intend to score it almost, and just keep it around as long as possible to, like, just keep advancing and then doing meat damage. Like, that seems to be the intent of it.
It is a little bit of a retrain of Oaktown Renovation, which is an old agenda that was very popular for a very long time. It's also public. Whenever you advance this agenda, gain 2 credits. If there are 5 or more hosted advancement counters, and it only needs 4 to score, gain 3 instead. So the idea is you're gaining money as you're advancing it, and if you want to play it risky, you can leave it on the board even after it's ready to score and just keep making money off of it, right?
Yeah.
That is what they're trying to go for with Sac Zone expansion. And to be clear, I think Sac Zone is a good card. I think, like, In BTL, it gets you, because BTL already gets 2 credits off of the first advancement, so you're getting a net gain of 4 credits off the advancement on it. It's great in BTL.
Yeah.
In Zwicky, when you advance it, it triggers a card draw. I guess Nuvem doesn't really care about it that much, other than Nuvem just likes making money. But yeah, I don't think Nuvem really cares about it so much. But Zwicky and BTL, they both like it a lot.
But hey, my 2 favorite Wayland identities.
Yeah, I need to try some Nuvem. They seem cool. Yeah, like, I think it is a bit of a trap for Bangoon because, well, okay. Here's why I started playing Bangoon again. I kept getting matched against Bangoon players on JNet, and I got annoyed because nobody plays Bangoon right except for me. What everybody does with Bangoon is say, okay, Bangoon triggers anytime they access a face-up agenda. I want my ID to trigger the maximum number of times per game. Therefore, I will load my deck up with 1-point agendas and force them to touch them over and over again and take a ton of damage. That's how I win, right? No. Because if you do that, you are, first of all, slowing down. You're vastly increasing the number of clicks and credits you need to win because you've got nothing but 3 1s in the deck and a couple 2 1s. So that's time you have to spend. Yes, the ID does defend those agendas, but it makes it so that if you've got like 2 or 3 1-pointers on the field, the runner gets to pick when and how to take that damage. You're giving agency to the opponent, and that's how you lose a game of strategy. The goal of any strategy game is to not let the opponent have options. And if you play Bangoon with that like agenda spam strategy, you're giving the opponent options. What you want to do is use 3-pointers that are face up on top of an Angelique that'll do damage, a Daniela that does pseudo damage, behind anemones that will do damage, or that you can fish out with Tucanas to surprise them with damage, and just make it, yes, this agenda's sitting here, you could steal it, I don't even really care about how much money you have, you can probably get through my ice, but you're gonna take 6 to 10 damage to do it, and can you honestly afford to do that? A, can you even draw that many cards in your turn to pull it off? And even if you can you afford the tempo hit that represents? That's how you play Bangoon, baby! And the weak side, the weakness to that strategy, is having bad centrals. Because then they can just say, I'm going to ignore your bullshit remote server, and I'm just gonna steal them out of the centrals where they can't hurt me. So what you want is the smallest amount of agenda density possible. And putting more 2-pointers in raises your agenda density, or lowers your agenda density. It spreads out the agendas. It puts more agenda cards into the central servers, so you fucking lose. The one 2-pointer I've got in here is 3 copies of Let Them Dream, because those are not 2-pointers. They're 1-pointers that give me an extra point when I score them. And also I can bury some of the 3-pointers if I score them. You could make a case to turn this into a 2-pointer, like an Above the Law or something. I could be talked into that. However, scoring a Divested Trust does so much for your game plan, because then that turns into, not only do you have to run this server, take 6 to 10 damage, you're not even going to get to keep the agenda afterwards, you know? Or it just gives you a little bit more central defense of like, oh, they found one of those agendas. Well, actually, they found it for me, and I make money off of it, and now it's going into the Doom server. So I think Divested justifies itself, but turning it into an Above the Law or something, I could grok with. The big problem I'm having with this deck is that it's not making quite enough money, because all of my influence is spent on stuff that doesn't make money. It really, like, if I can get a full Regolith worth of money, I'm pretty happy all game long. If I can't, then I'm struggling, because I can't res any of my shit. So what I think I'm gonna do, I've got, what do I have in here? Flagship, which I thought was gonna be helpful for defending centrals. It kind of makes it so twinning multi-access doesn't work. It's less impressive than I thought it would be. It really just means that the first twinning run has a 4-credit tax on it, and then they just run back, and it's fine. That's not nothing, but It's also a 3 cost to res, and I just said I'm squeezed on money. I don't think it fits the deck. I think what Let Them Dream does to our agenda density is enough central defense. If we can move faster than I can currently move. So I'm going to cut it, and I think I'm going to cut 1 petty cash, and I'm going to replace them with 2 copies of Vulture Fund. I'm a little worried about Vulture Fund, because bad publicity can be really disastrous. Even 1 bad publicity helps the runner so much. But, again, if the theory behind our remote server is, I don't actually care if you can get in, because I don't think you can survive getting in, then maybe it's okay to bleed 1 or 2 bad publicity over the course of a game. We'll see. We'll see how this feels. I think it's worth experimenting with.
So anyway, it seems like you were just able to adapt to
Shut up.
The Sev changes.
Shut up.
Fascinating.
Shush. Silencio.
I love you too.
So listen, sometimes you got to complain for a while.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
They hit your boy.
They hit my boy. Well, and I do still contend I don't think they needed to hit my boy. I think he's a very high skill runner. I think people are already adapting to find, like, that ganked Melius deck I talked about. It can't, actually, that's a kind of weird matchup, because if I can get going, hey, you can't gank your ice if I just kill it, right? But also you have so much big ice, and I only have so many kills lined up, right? I have gotten just totally shut out from plenty of games with it. I think if they had just let it be, people would have adapted and learned how to deal with Seb, and I don't think he would have been the... Well, it would have been 2 things, right? A couple things, I guess. 1, I think he's totally beatable. 2, a thing people complain about with him is that if you look at his win rates, they are, like, sky high compared to every other runner. But also, he's very unpopular. So, like, for instance, Vic is a totally fine runner. I don't think it is, like, the best runner in the format or anything like that, but it's totally serviceable. Yeah. It works. And its win rate is, like, middling to bad. And that's because Vic is very pick up and play. So people, like, everybody plays Vic, and that's going to bring the number closer to the average, you know? Whereas, like,
Vic very much seems like a runner where it's like they're so it's so basic that, like, everyone's gonna want to do it, because it's like it's just a normal runner, basically.
Exactly.
And so you get a lot of practice.
You get a lot of practice, and it's just, again, like, if you're not, and I say this with, like, no shade whatsoever, right? If you're not that good at Netrunner, you will play Vic, right?
Yeah, case in point, I saw Vic and was like, maybe I should try Vic.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that good at Netrunner.
Yeah. Which means that,
I did also find a loop deck that seemed interesting.
Yeah. Which, like, just fundamentally means that, like, you know, Vic is going to have a lower win rate than a less popular runner.
Yeah.
And that's, like agnostic of Vic's power level.
Event Horizon in opening hand. Not bad.
Yeah, we are both kind of broke here. I should share screen on Discord for you.
Oh, so yeah, so I don't have to deal with the stream delay.
Yep. Yeah. The runner kind of decided we should both be flat fucking broke for the beginning here. Made me spend all of my money. They spent all of their money to make me spend all of my money. I guess they're just betting they can recover faster than I can.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not a terrible bet. And also, I played this person... Go ahead.
It does seem like runners typically have an easier time recovering from 0 than corps do.
I played this person a night or 2 ago, and they kicked the shit out of me, and they had, like, over 40 credits by the end of the game, so it's not a bad bet in the slightest.
Jesus Christ.
They're doing the trick where like you put down Knick-Knack, and then you play beta build to search your deck for an Orca for free, which costs 10, and then immediately sell it to Knick-Knack and make 10 credits. And I don't know if this is the same build they were using the other day, but they had built the entire deck around, can I get that combo to fire as many times as possible? Like 3 copies of Orca, 3 beta builds, then bouncing them back with Harmony AR therapy, just like doing it over and over. It's like, I cannot deal with you having with that much money. I may as well not be here.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
It was really fucked up and gross.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have a vulture fund, but the problem is if you use it this early without anything to like actually use the bad publicity on, that's just giving the runner free shit basically.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't have anything to use it on.
Really? You don't have any.
I'm just betting that 7 credit burst econ is good enough that I can afford the bad publicity.
Okay.
But you're right that means I need to hold on to it for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Because the later I use it, the less value I'm giving the runner. Justine, Vic is maybe not that good even with DreamNet. I don't know. I don't think Vic's amazing. I think Vic is, like, playable. Vic is, like, solid. Vic is kind of, like, the generic brand runner right now. Like, you can get up and running. Its game plan is very straightforward. It makes a lot of sense. But, like, yeah, I think if you want to really excel, you play Lou. I think you play Lat. You play Ari. I think Seb is still viable, but we'll see what people better at this game than me think in a month or two here. We should drop the... I think we have to pop one of these Vulture funds. Because we just have no money. And let's grab a Maskarovka and an Event Horizon. And let's install the Maskarovka. We have both anemones in hand, which I don't love. I'm going to drop the anemone in an SDS because I want a Tucana to pop the anemone for free.
Actually checking some recent tournament results to see if anyone is using Vic in a competitive format.
Last I knew, that it's a very popular identity. You're looking at like makerseye.com?
I'm just looking at Always Be Running and
sure.
looking at the recent tournament results to see the corp runner pairs.
If you go, I think it's makers-i.com. They do like data crunching on all the like recent tournaments.
Okay.
You want some damn like charts and bar graphs, you know?
Nope, not that URL.
Do I just let this rock? I gotta be careful about my money. I think we let this rock for now. It's just a single off R&D. Okay. Justine, the problem is I think corps are very good at not being generic at you. Yeah, that might be true. Alright, I think we seamless this, score it, search R&D for a divested trust, which we're going to put in HQ, we're going to install it, and we're going to credit. I've been using Let Them Dream very defensively, just putting the 3-pointers on the bottom. I kind of want to experiment pushing to get the divested trusts out, because that similarly defends the 3-pointers if I can score it. The seamless might have been a little too much. I might have just should have advanced and saved the seamless for a 3-pointer, but we'll see. Lobisomum. They just raw dogged a Lobisomum at me. That's fucked up to do. I will Rosa Maskarovka. So that uses up the Lobi counter. And now I'm just incentivized to never play a Code Gate, which is fine. I don't have that many in this deck. You take damage in a tag. And get 1 point for your troubles. I'm fine with that. Okay. I think I'm gonna do the other Vulture Fund. Ugh. I assume they have another Fracture in this deck, like a Propeller or something, but they paid a lot to get this Lobi down, and they're not getting anything else out of it. I guess they didn't pay shit. They're just gonna sell it with Knick-Knack. Never mind. I understand. I get how game work.
I'm seeing a lot of Muslaha, that's for sure.
Yeah, Muslahat's definitely also popular, especially recently. I think people are kind of tuning in on her.
Yeah, they're actually like, at least in the last week or so.
Yeah,
I've only noticed like 2, maybe 3 Vics.
I think people are starting to lose faith in Vic, because Vic hasn't been performing all that well.
Justine says, I've never seen Lobisomem in my life before this.
Oh, man. Before rotation, there was such a cool deck you could do. And people have tried to make it work post-rotation, but I don't think it really does. You use a card called Spark of Inspiration, which, do I put this down?
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is what?
Lobisomem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Sorry, I interrupted you. You're saying?
No, yeah. So what you would do, there's a card called Spark of Inspiration that costs like 3, I think. And what you do is you reveal cards from the top of your deck until you hit a program, and then you install it for free. And what you would do, you would build a deck where the only programs in the whole deck are Lobisomum and Orca, Lobisomum is both a Fracture and a Decoder. And Orca is, a really, really efficient killer, but it costs a ton to install. So you would Spark of Inspiration, which could install one or the other of them at random for free, because there's no other possible hits for it. And then the ID you would play is, what's her name? Riel Kit Peddler. And her ability is the first ice you encounter every turn is considered to be a Code Gate. Which means that you can always charge up Lobi and never spin out like that Lobi of theirs did. And you just mow through their ice constantly. It was really fun. I loved playing it. And people try to do it at a Pudma because Pudma can charge off of R&D runs, and it kind of works, but nowhere near as well. Okay, score's 5-3. I think I'm good just clicking for credit here. If we can get some money up, we can threaten multiple measures with Basalt Spire. So they're in a pretty precarious situation, even though they're... Oh, never mind. They're on 30 credits. We're never measuring them. Right. Never mind.
Yeah. They will just pay that bullet off.
Yep. Hey,
bribe the bullet to turn around.
Mm-hmm. It's fucked up that they installed Lobisomum and they're still on 32 credits. Do I res this? I think we have to. Yeah, we gotta try and tax their money. And the more barriers they run into, the less value they get out of each Lobby individually. This is the closest I've seen to a functional Lobby Orca deck.
Yeah.
Since rotation. And it's always hard to gauge, because, like, on one hand, yes, they're giving me a hard time, but also I'm playing fucking Bangoon. Would they give a real corp a hard time? I can't tell you. I'm a
Yeah.
Bangoon guy. Fly Sweater's not going to be relevant. We're not, like, doing badly, per se. Score's 5-3. That ain't nothing. And we haven't seen a single Angelique yet, so, like, we haven't even gotten to try building up the server. Hey, speak of the devil, and she shall
Hey,
appear.
hedge fund. Is there a reason you're not icing up archives?
I mean, I guess to defend against pinholes, but that's the only reason to ice archives here, right?
I guess is it unlikely that they'd have winning or?
I think Eru's what you're thinking of is the card that makes archives dangerous. Or yeah, pinhole happens here, but now I can res this and ping them for some damage, so I'm not that mad about it.
Oh, sorry, not twinning. I mean,
Eru.
Eru or like, oh right, did they ban deep dive?
They didn't ban deep dive, but also Let Them Dream fucks with the agenda density so badly that it's kind of not that good.
Oh,
There's like decks will tend to maybe have one deep dive in them, and yeah, I would rather pile more ice onto some centrals than like try and ice all three centrals. You know.
Yeah.
Like slap an Event Horizon on R&D, and then if I read a deep dive coming, hey, Event Horizon, kapow.
Okay. All right. Good point.
Yeah. I'm guessing they've got us because I'm doubting we're going to be able to tax their money out enough to measure them, and they're going to be able to walk through this server. Maybe we can make something happen, but we'll see. Like, I think this is their game to lose. They might misstep and we can capitalize, but I don't think we can do much proactively. Because they're about to gain another 7 credits. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Oh, beta. Interesting. Okay. I think we... Ooh. I think we cure for powder dry here. God, they just got through this server for free. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They've got $33 and they spent 0 of them.
Oh, God.
People were dooming so hard about Deep Dive coming back too. I know. It's... People gotta relax. Alright. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. This is rude. Hey, they're under 30 credits. It's a miracle.
Yeah, they at least spent money getting into R&D.
Yeah.
So that's something.
I think the way to beat this runner deck is to go fast, and this is just not a fast deck.
Yeah, no.
If they're running this back, they have the agenda, because they saw everything with Cataloger. But we have Basalt.
Okay, so you technically...
We're still alive.
Still can do this.
Yep. I mean, I can't, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. Oh, you have to fully break, right? So whenever it fully breaks a code gate. Yeah, so Afshar on HQ, you can't do anything about. You know the wind's in HQ now. Their money is actually starting to get low enough that we can start imagining a world where we measure them. I don't think it's the world we live in, but, you know, it's nice to dream.
Is there any way on Earth you score that drone deployment?
Yes, but realistically, no.
Okay.
Like, we're taxing them, but we're taxing ourselves way more.
Yeah, that puts you at a really, really uncomfortable credit.
And there goes my response.
Total. Which, yeah, okay, that's fine.
We're clicking for credit.
Yeah.
Well, doing this. Like, they make so much money, but they can't literally make infinite money, you know?
Yeah.
So, in theory, there's an end to their endless money. However, they just... However,
they don't need to make infinite money.
However, I think they're going to make infinite money. This deck is unbelievably rude. I kind of want to try it for myself, to be honest.
Jesus.
Do you need to, like, trigger a successful... Oh, you were knick-knacking. Got it. That's a reason to res... well, but I don't have any spiky ice to put over there, so it wouldn't really matter. Like, at this point, we are playing a stall game, and I don't think we can stall long enough for it to matter. Because they're back over 30 credits again.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh. We had them down into the teens, and then have gained 20 credits since then. This is brutal. They're almost up to 40. They are at 40. Like, I'm not even mad about getting my ass kicked, because, like, they're doing something weird and cool, and I respect that. This does not matter. But I might be able to fake it like it's an agenda. That I'm trying to sneak on them. We've still only seen one Angelique all game. If we stall them long enough, they are getting low on cards. We might be able to Angelique them to death. It's unlikely. They're at 50 credits!
I I don't think I have ever had 50 credits in any game.
I once played someone that was NBN, and they managed to get to 100 credits without scoring a single point.
How the fuck?
Not only do they have 50 credits, they spent 0 real credits during that run.
Ah! Oh.
Oh, good. They just made all the ice more efficient. Or less efficient,
Cool,
rather.
cool, great.
Yeah.
Gotta love a good old tungsten.
Mm-hmm. Tungsten's a little cracked, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
I would not be shocked or appalled if Tungsten Taylor got banned.
Justine says, to what end? What do you even use that for regarding the 100 credits?
That's a great question.
Yeah, as NBN? Like Haas Bioroid, I can see because they have some pricey fucking operations if you want to get stupid, but
NBN's problem traditionally is it's extremely good at making money, and it struggles to find good things to spend that money on.
yeah.
Maybe we do pop the anemone at this point, because we can use petty cash. Well, Pinhole, okay. Sure, why not? Why not take down the regolith for free?
Yeah. Fuck it. No. How dare you have any cash?
Right.
Hey, there's a pinhole.
I mean, fair, it's coming down for free because I gave them bad publicity, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh, we actually... Ooh. If they don't win off
What?
of... If they're not about to win, we actually have a very, very small window here. But we
Oh?
only need 2 points to win. If they whiff here... They did trash Angelique, which I would have loved to draw, so that makes me sad. However, I do have a Basalt Spire token. They have 7 cards left. They have 7 cards left. If I were to dump everything out of the remote except for an enemy, then install an enemy, install Let Them Dream, install Angelique, that's 8 damage. That's more than they can take. They can still run the central and probably beat us before we can score it, because that doesn't leave me a click to advance. And that's very specifically the amount of damage they need. So that doesn't... If we just pop them with Angelique, that drops them to 6 cards, which is perfect. 6 damage is how much I can deal without the Angelique. Boy, yeah, if only we had another Basalt counter, we could maybe make something happen here. Let's see what we draw, because we might draw the 3rd Angelique. No, Afshar. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. Shoot.
Yeah, Justine, yeah, agreed. They keep printing big NBN ice that you could theoretically spend all that money on. The problem being Glacier NBN isn't real.
Yes, that's the other problem. Yeah, like Lethe's actually, I think people are a little mean to it. I think it's kind of a good ice. It's just, what game plan does it fit into? I think you could maybe justify 1 Lethe and Nebula, but I'm also not a Nebula player, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass.
Yeah, like NBN stuff is really porous. They don't really fit a good Glacier strategy. A lot of you need so much more like influence than is actually available to like get other cards in to support a Glacier playstyle in NBN.
There was no point installing that. I can't actually afford to res it. That is so demoralizing to see nothing. To see that 42 not even tick down. They got through this server for 3 credits. There it is. Yeah, okay. So I lost either way. Even if we'd managed the install, they'd run the central and get it. So that, again, I do think part of that, I think that deck kind of hard countered this, because the way you beat this is by rushing, and we can't rush. I do think we got a little unlucky with draw order, because we saw like one Angelique right at the end of the game, you know? If we had seen that earlier, we might have been able to make a push happen and get something going. I don't know. I don't feel like demoralized by that. I just feel like, okay. Let's try that again. And let's hope that we get a runner that lets us do our thing a little bit more. Games like that are where I'm like, I would love to bring this to a tournament, but I don't, just to be like, yeah, special snowflake about it, but I don't know that I can get away with that. Yeah, what do you even do with a Glacier NBN? I think Synapse would probably be your best bet for a Glacier build. Yeah, it's tough. And like, historically, the idea of NBN has been like, you know, back in the day, all the NBN ice had traces on it, and the idea is that like, hey, the first, second time, maybe even the third time you get through here, you can just get in. You'll pay off all the traces, and you'll break into the server. And if I'm playing NBN really well, those were bad runs. I tricked you into like running a ghost branch or whatever. And by the time I'm putting important stuff in that server, I have sapped all your money through all those traces, and you've got nothing you can do.
Yeah, but now traces don't exist.
Now traces don't exist, and now like NBN's other thing was tagging the runner, and they've kind of spread that out to every faction a little bit. So it's like, I do think NBN is kind of hurting for a good sense of identity right now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna we'll ice up HQ. We will install Let Them Dream on top of an Angelique, and if they want to take 4 damage to earn 1 point, they are welcome to it. I'm guessing, especially with them being Shaper, they're just going to set up. I mean, it sells the best tag giving cards, but not only the best tag punishment, but if it did, it'd be crack, so tough line to walk. Yeah, also true.
Yeah.
Unleash is relatively low influence, isn't it? Isn't it like 2? I wonder if there's some kind of Unleash NBN thing you could do.
Dabbled with it in editorial division. Huh.
Yeah, Metropole Grid was playing an editorial deck this week that seemed kind of interesting.
Yeah, I did notice that video. I just haven't watched it.
It is kind of doing what I've been saying. I think if you want to make editorial work, it was kind of more leaning this way, which is that you don't go ham on bad pub and tutoring out kill pieces. You kind of play mid-range, like not quite Glacier, but you're just trying to score agendas. And then as the game progresses, you're dripping a bad pub here and there. You're letting the kill pieces build up organically throughout the game, so that once we trip over into threat territory, the runner's just screwed. Because the big problem with, like, certainly the editorial deck I made, the one that a lot of people made when it first dropped, is that, like, basically every way to fire a kill combo in Modern Netrunner is dependent on the runner doing something wrong. And as soon as they see editorial division across the table from them, they are going to be on such high alert that you're never going to trick them into doing something wrong. Unless you count Nebula by default, I've only seen Synapse NBA and Glacier to reinstall into the server via tag and wheel afterwards, but the Operation Ice combination is hard to get right. I've never seen one win yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier, is that, yeah, maybe you could do something with Synapse Glacier, but like you said, like, I see how that would work on paper, but I'm having a hard time imagining it actually coming together with the current card pool. I could imagine a world where, like, hey, give it a set or two, and maybe Synapse is alright, you know? What's strength to... Logjam's at 3 strength, so it'd be 2 to boost, 3 to break. I don't even use up the overclock, so come on in. If you get something, you earned it. I guess I would use up the Mayfly. Maybe it was worth it on that. No, because you could Melandra Gem it. Yeah, never mind. Well, it doesn't seem like they found an agenda, so... It's fine. I really don't have anything interesting in here.
Scene. What if I did unleash Synapse and used all the rest of my influence on the nastiest ice I can manage? That probably doesn't work, but what if?
Can you... I would have to check how Unleash is worded. Can I...
Let me check.
Unleash. It removes a tag as payment to play it, and then that triggers the Synapse install, so then I install a piece of ice that I res with Unleash? Does that timing work out?
Let's see. It says, as an additional cost to play this operation, remove 1 tag.
Yeah, so I think that timing works out. Yeah, you would pay the cost, you install something, then you can res it. Yeah. I don't know if that's, like, the best combo in the world, but it is kind of fun.
May resolve 1 subroutine.
Yeah, so then, so the play pattern there is you just find the worst ice that costs like 1 million to res, that then has nasty subroutines. Like Cloud Eater, like Onsell 2.0. Biowak, yes. And you kind of get them coming and going, because you get the, what do you call it? The subroutine fire, and also you have a really strong ice that you didn't have to pay for, guarding whatever server you want.
Or actually, I guess Biowak wouldn't work, because it's trash one installed program or end the run. Though actually, would that force them to trash an installed program because there is no run to end?
It's your choice to make. Not theirs.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
But also, technically, yes, you can choose end the run and nothing happens.
It's really funny.
I don't think you're coming for that divested trust. I can chill for a turn.
People also continuing to undersell Vixek, which has a lot of potential with Unleash for little cost.
I think V-Check could end up being the backbone of a pretty gross combo, but I don't know that the cards are there to make it work right now. Like, I have gotten hit, I've lost at least once to somebody rezzing a bunch of stuff, playing Mutually Assured Destruction to give me a bajillion tags, and then unleashing a V-Check on their turn. And yeah, that worked, and it was cool. But it worked once, you know? And I'm not convinced that it is like... You know what? I forgot to res the Stukana when I scored the LTD.
Oh, no.
Whoops. No biggie. Let's just get more ice on... It's for 3 less? I'm just going to slap a dang Fly Swatter on R&D so that you can waste Melandra Gem coming in.
If you haven't checked the Netrunner DV entry for the check, you really should.
The rulings, yes, it's very funny.
Are really funny.
It's really funny. Nanook. Okay. You're doing some funky stuff. I mean, I'm playing Divested Trust. I guess I got no place to talk.
Yeah.
I can see Nanook, sorry, not Nanook, V-Check Proprio doing some cool stuff. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
The Tungsten Tailor.
The deck of the week is a undefeated at NA Online Districts deck. So
well, if you look at the write-up, it's from it's one of the last tournaments that the new ban list doesn't apply to, and they're like,
so it's like
I love Ob.
Goodbye,
I think this might be the last time I ever play Ob.
yeah.
It is tough to say because the response a lot of people have had to that from Ob players is, you guys say that every time they nerf Ob, and then you find out some new broken fucking strategy, so I don't want to hear it. But the point the Ob players are making this time, I do think holds some water, which is that they have banned basically every card that says trash an installed card to do a thing. And without that, you just have much less agency as Ob. You can't take weird lines with Ob anymore. You can't, like, combo cards together in, like, unexpected ways. Like, what a lot of Ob players are saying is even, like, it's not even necessarily that it's unplayably bad, it's that it's so much more boring now, and, like, the juice maybe isn't worth the squeeze at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Molly's watching Fargo.
Yeah, I'd love to see Molly already getting very mad about Fargo Season 4, Episode 2. That was a quick turnaround.
The totally reprised Discord we have. I just got 3 notifications. I open it up. All caps. Hack. He's a fucking hack. He's such a fucking hack.
The thing is, he is.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
It's just so funny because we were like, oh, that wasn't such a bad intro episode. It's like, it could be better, but like, it's fine. And by episode 2...
I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know what she's reacting to.
Me either. I'm really curious now.
I don't know that all these cataloger runs are buying you very much. Especially not when I've got 2 Divested Trust scored. Yeah. But then again, I mean, what's your alternative, right? You win off central runs.
You just gotta keep doing them. And hope.
Yeah. Because once you find an agenda, you're just going to hand it to me, and then I'm going to score it, and then you're going to be sad. Yeah, okay, Basalt Spire. I'm going to bounce back. Bounce back a hedge fund, because I'm low on money. Divested Trust. Yup. Thank you. We're not going to forfeit them both, though. And then we install hedge fund, advance. We'll drop the Winchester.
Dr. Loy says, OBS have been overtuned for years, IMO. They should have at least forced the ID to pay install costs, thus not affecting assets. Resing and installing for free made it too powerful given the very profitable sacrificial outlets that have been slowly banned until NSG finally acknowledged OB was restricting design space.
I'm really of two minds about it, because I think everything you just said is totally reasonable. But, like, speaking from personal experience, I'm not... Like, I've played some OB, and I do kind of like the ID. Playing against it, it has always been a difficult corp to beat, but I've never found it, like, oppressively difficult. Like, if we wind the clock back a year, I would play OB instead of Alco any day of the week. You know? I, like, pre-Sting ban Alco was, like, that's my, like, bright line for, like, this is disgusting, you know? Honestly, the Jungle Melius is, like, starting to edge into that for me. Whereas OB has always felt like this is, I guess this is a stupid way to say it, like, tough but fair is kind of how it's always felt to me. Like, I think, yes, if you're looking at it, like, analyzing it on, like, an objective, like, I don't know, game theory level, yeah, it's cracked. Yes, you're absolutely correct. But I don't know, I've just never struggled with it in the way some people have, so it's never felt that, like, oppressive to me, you know? And now we do this.
Justine says, I was going to disagree until you said pre-Sting ban. Sting Alco was the strongest I've ever felt.
And I think you simply lack the money and clicks to do anything about this. I don't even think I have to use the Seamless in the trash to score out. Yeah, GG. Yep.
Nice.
We can do one more of those. I want to, like, that one felt a little too tilted in our favor. I want one that, like, feels like a good game, you know? The first time we got our teeth kicked in, that one we kind of kicked their teeth in. I want, like, a good Goldilocks. Just ran, I guess. Yeah, totally. I think having the logjam on the R&D made it tough for you, B-Proxy. Thanks for the game, though. Actually liked Pre-Sting Alco because it kind of forced an optimized Alco into a specific damage path that you could tech for. It was harder to tech for the subsequent Oppo tag strategy. See, and listen, I say this as somebody who is 1000% guilty of this. I think everybody everywhere, in every competitive game, not just Netrunner, loves to say the thing that I have a hard time with is cracked and needs nerfed. But the thing I play that other people complain about, they just need to learn to, like, tech for it properly. I do the exact same shit with Seb. I completely get it. It is a very human impulse. But I don't know that you can say Pre-Sting Alco was fine after saying that OB was unfair.
I also get it, because back when, like...
Though you are right that the Oppo Research false lead Alco also fucked up. You're not wrong there. Sorry, what were you saying, Iris?
I was just saying, like, I also have done that before. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about like prior to a couple Magic bans, um, Boros. There was like specific Boros aggro that was like really oppressive before they banned a couple mice that were just real assholes.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, oh, the poor control players are mad that like aggro is finally really good. And then no, it turned out that the mice were actually just that bad.
Right.
Because
Hate this hand. Ugh. Ugh. This hand sucks. Fuck that. Get away from me.
it's
Oh.
like one of the what. Ooh,
This is not much better.
that's not better.
It's.
Yeah, great. Both economy cards that give the runner. You
I was
don't
gonna say
want
it's
either
better,
of
just
those
not better
early.
enough. But then I drew a 3-pointer, and no, it's not better.
That's
Oh
so
God.
bad.
I
Uh,
could. Well, I could just slap Assault on an Angelique and rip it, but no. If it was an SDS, I would go for that. Where's the ice? Good grief, where's my ice?
but yeah, the hilariously, there like one of the cards that got banned was actually an uncommon, called Heartfire Hero. That
Yeah.
was 1 mana for a 1/1, where whenever it would become a target of a spell or ability you control for the first time, it get a +1/+1 counter.
Hmm.
And then when it dies, it would deal damage equal to its power to each opponent. So not only could you just like keep pumping it up, with like spells to target that like give it extra stuff to do, but also then even if the opponent managed to kill it, it's like, well, then you just took like a fucking lightning bolt to the brain probably.
Yeah.
Um, it was real nasty.
I'm very I feel like they really should be hammering HQ. I did nothing but Spin Doctor, play some Econ and pass. That reads like I am flooded to hell. You should be beating the shit out of HQ, I feel like. Why are you going for R&D? I think if HQ is open, you'd never bother with R&D. Okay, well, we're going to war with the army we have. It's not a very good army. Especially because Tucana does not work. Well, it works, it'll get us ice, but we can't anemone them if they trash these before they touch Basalt, because at that point the server doesn't exist and we can't install ice on it. Which is a lesson I've had to learn the hard way a couple times.
All right, yeah, because the thing you do, Sorry, I keep talking about Magic, but the thing
No,
you
you're fine.
do with Heartfire Hero is that you would then also cast on it a card called Monstrous Rage, which was also banned in Standard, which is an instant that grants target creature +2/+0 until end of turn, and also creates a monster roll token that's attached to it that gives it a permanent +1/+1 and trample. So by turn 2, you would be swinging with a 5/3 mouse that even if you killed it would still do 5 damage to you, and because it now has trample, you can't really chump block it because it's still gonna hit you. Really tough to deal with.
Yeah, I'm realizing this board is not as bad as I thought it was, because we've got another Angelique in hand and we can... Yeah, this is less stealable than it looks, and it seems like they are not going to chance it.
Yeah.
Because they could survive the steal, but then they either clear the tag and I kill them, or they draw up to survive and I trash the daily cast because they didn't clear the tag. Or they just let it be, because they're betting I can't score it this turn, and that's the correct bet. So good on them. Still think they should have come for HQ instead of R&D. But, you know. Toxin. do we just install Toxin? It's an 8 cost ice and advance, or do we expend Toxin to find 2 ice and then we can't like threaten a score? I think that's probably the safer, more like good fundamentals move, you know? Let's grab a Maskarovka, let's grab a Winch, and we'll do Mask and Winch. Saucy. I will be sad if they hit Regolith. But I don't want to give them money, so I think I'm just going to let them in.
Yeah.
Ultra fun. Okay, cool.
Justine is now just making... Justine did put the fucking parasite brain worm of Glacier NBN in my head now, though. I shouldn't try to make that, because I cannot fucking make Netrunner decks worth a damn.
I can't really make Netrunner decks worth a damn. You know, they're hard.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You're gonna steal this because you're using Class Act to buffer the... So, do we just... I think we just have to let that happen.
How much influences Event Horizon? 3.
Yeah. Now, it's extremely good. It's arguably worth that.
It's really good. But I feel like, yeah, if you are trying to make NBN Glacier work, I feel like you need at least 2 Event Horizons, right?
Maybe. And like the truth of NBN quote unquote Glacier, you play Nebula, because then you just stack the ice real high on HQ and R&D. You don't even build a remote server, and you fast advance everything out. That's like the closest thing to Glacier they've got right now, I feel like.
True. Yeah. Even more than just like the free install cost from Synapse.
I think so. At least currently, I think it's just... I mean, hey, it's not real until somebody proves it's real, right? Maybe you can crack the code, Iris. But nobody's done it yet.
Unlikely, but I suppose there's always a chance, however minuscule. Yeah, no, it is correct that Event Horizon is 3 influence. It's just that, you know.
Yeah, totally. I was looking at some old IDs that like came out in the like dead zone when I like had stopped playing and hadn't come back yet. I wish I'd been around for Scorpios. It was a Wayland ID that is the first time each turn the runner trashes a card from any location, you can RFG it instead of letting it go to the heap. And when you play an event, it trashes itself when it's done. So you can really do some fucked up stuff.
Aww.
Or like Steelskin Scarring, or like I've Had Worse, which did the same thing back in the day, is like when this card... Why am I seeing the number 4 on top of Angelique? No idea. Might be a UI bug. But like Steelskin Scarring, when it gets trashed, you can draw 2. But if I trash it on my turn, Corp abilities fire first, and I can RFG it, and that makes it fizzle out because it's not in the heap anymore. So it doesn't meet its trigger conditions.
Yeah.
Um,
I just keep, Royd says I just keep looking at these terrible big yellow sentries in these newer sets and comparing them to Hydra. Look how they massacred my boy.
yeah, you can have 1 point. I'll let you. I'll flip you a penny.
Oh yeah, Hydra, yeah.
Remind me what Hydra did?
3 subroutines. First one, do 3 net damage if the runner is tagged, otherwise give the runner 1 tag. Gain 5 credits if the runner is tagged, otherwise give the runner 1 tag.
Right, I remember this
End the
thing.
run if the runner is tagged, otherwise give the runner 1 tag. It's
remember this
a
thing.
6 strength, 10 to res.
Yeah, Seraph is kind of their attempt to retrain it, and can somebody walk me through why Seraph sucks? Because my feeling is like, my gut is it's fine, it's just there's not an MBN game plan that supports it, but people talk about it like it's dog shit, and maybe I'm just not seeing something about it that makes it dog shit.
Runner encounters this ice, they lose 3 credits unless they suffer 2 net damage or take 1 tag. Runner loses 3 credits, do 2 net damage, and give it a tag. Interesting.
You can see it's kind of like a similar idea to Hydra, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's as good as Hydra, but, you know.
It can't end the run, though.
True, it cannot. And maybe that's the defining... Maybe for 10 credits you want a fucking ETR, you know? Maybe that's simple as.
Yeah, because, like...
You're not knifing me. No, you're not knifing me. Wait, Hydra was 5 credits to res? What? For all that?
Wait, no, it's not. It's not 5 credits to res. It's 10. I'm looking at the card right here.
Okay. Maybe there was like a trick you did back in the day that cut its cost in half.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think I played when Hydra was around, but I don't remember it. Nope, it's 5.
I'm literally looking at it in Netrunner DB. What do you mean?
Oh, because if the second sub fires, it refunds itself. That's the idea.
Oh, okay. All right, that's what you mean.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that second one, like, is a big deal.
Yeah. Whereas I think Seraph just takes money away from the runner, right?
Yeah, it doesn't help your economy.
Yeah. That said, we just got a card that reses stuff for free based on tags, and we just got Magistrate Revanchelet, I think Revanchelet, that taxes them on agenda steals. I do wonder a little bit if maybe Seraph deserves a little bit of thought right now. If maybe it can fit into the current NBN game plan. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
What cost stealing agenda the runner must be?
You looking at Magistrate?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real annoying little shit of a card. Especially, like, late game when you're like, I have enough money to crack your big server. I'm gonna get in. I got 3 credits. Nope, I don't have 3 credits more.
Yeah.
But again, like, that's also, like, is there an NBN Glacier archetype? And, like, not so much. If there was, though...
Yeah.
Got some spam. Get out of here, you. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, that is not a breaker you need. At least, well, kind of never against this deck, honestly. I should respect the twinning, though. I'm at the point where I kind of want to draw an agenda. I've got a good server.
Justine, I'm thinking about this Unleashed Synapse deck now. I might try some really stupid shit.
I mean, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's. We're all. I think we're all.
Look,
the three of us are talking each other into a bad idea.
You know,
we're all doing the Arrested Development. I'm like, well, no, it never works for everyone. They delude themselves into thinking it will.
But it might work for us.
But maybe it'll work for us. Where are my agendas? Please. I'm just going to replace this so that I can res some ice. Just didn't want to give him the sassy money. Now, I don't think I'm doing Glacier. That is different. Yeah, that's fair. Are you going like...
I guess Unleashed Synapse would be more of like a kill combo, right?
Could be a kill combo. You could... I'm thinking you do a flood the market strategy that can pivot into a kill combo to surprise people when they're like, well, I'll just take apart your servers so that you can't, blah, blah, blah. I don't know that spending 2 clicks to get in after you've been looking at, like, every single... Like, you know what's in here. Unless I just top-decked an agenda, I think you had a better way to use those 2 clicks. And the twinning counters. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, the agendas seem like they're all in here. You should be burning the twinning counters to get into R&D. Oh, shoot. I meant to ask, is Iris weirdly quiet like she was before? Because she sounds fine to me, but she sounded fine to me last time also. So I don't know.
Am I still echoing from across the void?
Oh, wait. Hold on. I misclicked.
Okay, Justine says I'm fine.
So. Okay, cool.
You probably want to do at least 2 remotes anyway, because Revanchulette has got to go in there to make it miserable, right?
100%. And you probably also want to B1001 as another way to punish tags. And at that point, if you have an agenda B1001, then you're just 1 server away from being able to score out 4 2s, right? No idea what happened. I think what happened is I'm on Linux now, and sometimes Linux is finicky. I was getting yelled at by my computer to upgrade to Windows 11 over and over, and A, I didn't want to. B, I'm trying to consume as few Windows products as possible and support a BDS, and it's like, guys are making it... I was like, listen, dropping Windows is maybe a big ask. Drop an Xbox, that's fine. But when you're gonna annoy me to use your shitty new OS every fucking day, you're making it real easy to just switch to Linux. I'll take these annoyances over those annoyances every day.
I'm really hoping to ride it out.
I'll say, for the most part, switching to Linux has not been that bad. There were definitely some growing pains the first, little bit, but it's mostly fine. the big thing I'm struggling with right now, this is an older PC with an older graphics card. And instead of upgrading it, I like built a whole new PC that we hooked up to the TV that we can kind of use as a gaming computer. So I don't really need a good graphics card in it. I basically just use this for this and like editing audio. But it has like an open source NVIDIA driver that like mostly works, although I get some weird video glitches with it now and then. But every time I try and install the official NVIDIA drivers, it fucks up the entire machine and I have to revert it.
Oh.
It makes it so like you click an icon, wait 10 to 15 seconds, and then the icon highlights.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's like unusable. If we top deck a seamless launch, we win. Or if they end on 3 cards, we also win. They've seen the measured responses, so I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, they didn't. So seamless launch, maybe? Nah, that's fine. We'll just do this, and we'll jam out another Let Them Dream. Oh, right, you get to bounce up with Higher Mace. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to come in, you can have it. I'm happy to share my agendas with you, friend. If you want to take 6 damage for 1 point, I'm all about it. That's a trade I'll gladly make. Yep, come on in. I think this is a mistake. I really think burning the twin encounters is a big mistake. Like, you've seen the measured responses and you see the Basalt Spire. So I'm curious how the rest of your turn goes, because you should... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you killed yourself. Okay. Good game, but I think that was a very avoidable death. The double. Yep. Assault, baby. I love my wife. She messaged me a picture of like like those like hamster water things, like the little like bottle with a tube on the bottom they can suck from.
Yeah, uh-huh.
She sent me an image of one of those, but like dog sized for like a dog kennel. It's like, and she said, I was gonna say I should get one of these for the bed, but then I thought I could just have a water bottle. Let's do some 7. Iris, have you seen The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? Because this joke's not going to work if you haven't. Damn it.
No, sorry.
Shit.
Nope.
I was going to tell you to ask me what runner idea I was playing, and then you'd ask me, and I'd go, I'm 7, but I look a lot older.
My bad. I can't help you there.
I'll find it in my heart to forgive you. Let's go, Zwicky. All right. This can be a tough matchup.
Hey.
Often the game plans here are either we need to hit them hard and fast before they can get going, or we wait for them to hit the big deal and go low enough in credits that we can just get on top of them and not let them back up.
Yeah.
And if they manage their money well and we don't like draw tools to take them apart fast, which is why I'm drawing Mulligan, even though I was generally kind of happy with that hand, then it can become a real problem. That's assuming they're doing the big deal thing, which maybe they're not. Yeah, realizing that that he left R&D or HQ open rather. Golly. Never mind. Oh. And let's do some more drawing to hope we find something to install. Nothing to trash, though. Honestly, you're doing fine. Because you can trash this friend of a friend. You're not mad about this. Spindo. We pray they don't draw their reanimations. Yeah, reanimation can also make it really tough. Because Seb, unfortunately, does not benefit from bad publicity very much. So you can kind of rack it up against him without much concern. Like, it makes the crews cheaper, but, like, it's 2 credits per crew. It's not common for that to be a deciding factor. Like, I'll take it gladly, but I'm not... It's not like Ari, where I can just install shit for free or whatever. Let's force an early doctor. Because you don't want to give me an Audrey counter here. Yeah. And let's do this. Just awful over here. Ooh. Oh, green mail. Okay. So, what I have learned about... See, green mail is interesting, because you look at it, it's a 1-2 that refunds its money. It seems kind of weak, right? And obviously it's got synergies and stuff, but the big thing that you don't get with green mail is the ability on it printed in invisible ink, where now that he has scored this, there is a quantum Biowalk. The first ice we face check is a Biowalk no matter what, now that a green mail has been scored. And that's not intuitive to know. But it's impossible to ever not hit a Biowalk the second they've rezzed a green mail. Or second they've scored a green mail, rather. I've learned my lesson. I'm not chancing it. Back zone.
I've rezzed Biowalk on you like that a few times, haven't I?
It's literally, the first ice I run, they only have 1 Biowalk on the board. But where is it? The answer is the server I choose to run.
Who knows? Yeah.
See, and you would think, well, they just put down this ice, So if one of these was a Biowak, then that one surely isn't, right? Nope, it could be too. If I run it, it will be the Biowak. If I run HQ...
Yeah.
They iced HQ... Well, no, they iced R&D turn 1. So you would think, well, that's just cheap ice they want to get down to start building their board. Nope, Biowak.
Yeah.
Whatever you pick will be the Biowak without exception.
Maybe all they had at the start was Biowak, and they were like, you know...
At least it's a paper tiger, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess let's just get this down to put something down and throw out... Oh, I fucked up. I thought I had amanuensis down. I don't. Oh well, too late now. I can't... I've got other copies of it. It's fine. That was a mistake. They're probably going to score here. So they don't seem like they're doing the big deal strategy. So I do feel a little better, but we need to find a dang crew to start bullying them with.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, I was gonna say, surely you score this out. It'd be so greedy to slow walk it another turn. Where are the crews? Come on! Do we just go for broke? We might need to just go for broke. Well... No, because if we do that, then we click 3, install, click 4, run. That's really throwing all of our shit away. I don't think that's smart. I think we just set up, unfortunately. And just hope they're not about to, like, seamless out a 3-pointer. No crews in the first 23 cards is nuts. Interesting. I wonder if... There we go. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm maxed out. That's fine. No further. Interesting. Yeah, we'll trash that. And we will run server 2. Between this and this and this, we should be able to crack in. I wonder what that upgrade is. I'm guessing Malapert. Oh, that's why you advance it to 3, so you could advance, score Myoshu. That's not enough money, so that's not what it is. I don't know what you're doing. If you only double advance, it could have been a green. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing over there. We're about to find out. Holding Prio. Okay. Oh, shucks. That's too bad. Weird, it wasn't the Biowak. Well, that's the thing about quantum entanglement. SDS? Probably Basalt, right? SDS, shit. Okay. That's fine. I guess it's a defensive upgrade. 6 points isn't 10 points. Or 6 points isn't 7 points, rather. And they can't, like, Myoshu or anything. So this sucks. We're way on the back foot, but it's recoverable. Damn it. Yeah, I'm getting too Goldilocks about this. I need to just run. What do we get out of the trash? Nuka. Nuka's not bad. I've really liked to be able to do a 7 stall on top of this, but can't have everything you want in this world. Pay to steal, we'll drop Rising Tide. You probably do kill the crew here, but we can always get it back. It's not the end of the world. You might kill the Nuka. You're not that rich. I don't think you can afford to kill 2 things, and I think the crew's a bigger priority. Although the Nuka finds crews, so who knows. Sack zone, we doing anything fucked up? Nope, you're just trying to get it. I'm real curious what this upgrade is, because this looks like you just handed this to me. Huh. So like Angelique and you're trying to set up for a Basalt? Maybe. Walk. Okay. We resolve the quantum entanglement. A virus. Oh, that's really good. Huh. I wonder why they gave that to us. That seems like a misplay to me. I'm gonna keep our cards up, though, just in case. We can survive a triple measured right now. And because they sacrifice green mail, we don't have to worry about them, like, fast advancing out of green mail, so that's good. I'll admit, I forgot that was a thing to fear. They could have very easily sneaked that onto us. There's Manuel. And there's a crew. That's water. Okay. How much do we care about KPI? I feel like that's a relatively low importance thing. You don't win with KPI. No action. Yeah, see, that's what I want to trash. This is not great for them. We're kind of turning the tide in a big way.
Yeah.
We should probably check archives to keep them honest. I doubt there's anything in there.
You never know.
You never know. They might have snuck something in there. Seb traditionally doesn't actually... Seb runs archives all the time because of Praxis, but doesn't
access them.
Doesn't actually look at archives very often. So sometimes you feel safe just throwing something into archives. I've certainly done it. Versus Seb's. Oh, Mavs and archives. Good call. Good call. Forgot about that. And with the spin doctor down now there's no point. Like, if there was a time to check it, it was last turn, and now we shouldn't. We might chase down the spin doctor, though. They're thinking real hard, which makes me think they have a shitty hand, which makes me think we just need to hammer HQ. I had such a fun fucking game last night where I was playing PD and they had like the servers loaded up. They were like ready to score out and win. And it was like it was a bad situation. But I had 3 Praxises and a Hannah in hand. And I was able to Praxis once, put the Hannah down, use Hannah to run a server, break it, trash Hannah to get clicks back, Praxis get the Hannah back, and just loop that through all 3 Praxises to just take their whole board apart in one turn. It was so fucking wild. What do we think are our odds of cracking this ice? Probably not nothing, but I think let's look for the last crew. Okay, or privilege access also works. Yeah, that's fine. And then let's handle the spin doctor. Let's Katorga HQ. Sandstone gets Devil Charmed. Get back a transfer. Still don't care about KPI. SDS, good game. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll listen. Maybe I didn't need Ashen as bad as I thought I did.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe. But but there's the flip side to it, though, Iris. Maybe I didn't need Ashen. Maybe I can deliver some divine retribution for them daring to try to slow me down. No, I can't. Is the short answer. I'm not that good. But somebody, somewhere else, maybe. Nope. Video entropy. Do one more 7, then... it's getting late. What time is it? 11? Maybe we theorycraft some Synapse stuff after this game. And maybe you have enough time to, give it one test, which doesn't give us any valuable information either way. Satisfy our curiosity, though. Okay. How do we feel about this hand? Bad. I hate having Praxis and Katurka opening when there's nothing to recur yet. This isn't bad to have. A crew is, obviously good. There are kind of the lifeblood of the deck, but they need support. Raindrops is kind of the only card I'm actually happy to see in this hand. This hand's kind of boring, but it's set up. I'm not too mad about it. Justine, I may have built something in the other tab already. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just play yours. Maybe I'll grab, like, Ari and play against it if you want to. Just because I think Seb versus Synapse is kind of cruel and unusual. That's not the environment to test a Synapse deck in. Oh, I forgot to wish this person a good game. Nah, they forgot to wish it to me too. We'll just call it.
I'll even.
I should have run that. That could have been a humanoid that they're being cheeky about. It wasn't, but it could have been. Don't love having these praxises wasting space in my hand when it's too early for them. It kinda sucks. Let's poke this, see what you're working with. Worst case is it's a drafter, which... Echo. Okay, you're doing harmonic stuff. That's fine. Harmonics are not good against crew. So, not too mad about it. Just gotta be careful of bloop. What does bloop cost to res? Bloop costs... Bloop only costs 3? Oh my god, okay. I think people are maybe a little more mean to harmonics than they need to be. Not that they're, like, you know, killer, but, like, I don't know. Bloop's pretty good.
Yeah.
5 strength for 3 res cost. Not bad. Oh, you're not doing a flood the market thing, it doesn't look like. Interesting, okay. Well. Let's see what you are doing. Assume this is Skunkworks? No. What are we doing in here? We're doing this shit, huh? It's gonna be like that, huh? We're not just gonna have a nice day playing Netrunner together. You're gonna try to fucking knife me, huh? Bloop is a good one, unfortunately it makes you play bad ones. Yeah. I think Pulse is okay. I think Echo is okay. Like Whirlpool, yeah, okay. I'll give you a Whirlpool. Reverb, I don't think did much to make it more attractive. We're very poor, which is not ideal. We maybe can't float attack against this deck. That's a good point. It might be a little spicy to float tags. I might do it anyway because I'm a dipshit. And I want that sweet, sweet draw power. Oh, God. We don't have a say in the matter. Oh, okay. All right. All right, Mr. Jank. I see how it is.
Immediate retribution.
I mean, honestly, not fun. Never fun to get hit with a bite. I've seen worse boards than this.
Yeah. certainly the least worst. That's one of the least bad times you could have gotten hit with a bite.
If they unleash a tear on me, I live. I don't die till I'm at 6 core, baby. I don't see them mashing the unleash button either, so I don't think they got shit. God, that means they're on Nightmare Archives. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Good luck.
Thought we could just play a fun little game of Netrunner where I just spam transfer of wealth until you concede, and instead you're gonna do evil and twisted shit to me. What have I ever done to you?
Played Seb at them.
I didn't get around to doing any of the mean shit. You can't get mad at me for it yet.
That's the problem. As soon as you start letting Seb do mean shit, it's too late.
Huh?
You gotta fucking cut that off at the source.
Huh? I'm just a little guy, Iris. You could res. I could burn a bunch of tags on it. I could take a bunch of tags, rather. Ooh, those juicy tags. You could top deck that Unleashed you're digging for.
Very much a situation where I feel like do I go below 3 credits?
At the end of my turn. I can't transfer you now. You got time to recover. Corporate hospitality. Yeah, you can't have that. You're not allowed. I'm sorry. I banish you from having hospitality. Spindo, you're hunting for that unleash.
No hospitality, only hostility.
I'm laughing in the face of the very obvious thing you're doing. I'm refusing to respect the thing. And I'm gonna get hit by it and I'm gonna be so mad later. But for now, it's funny that I'm getting away with it.
I mean, I think it's gonna be really funny when you get punished for it.
I don't know why all my friends are against me in life.
It's more like we so rarely get to put you in the pair wiggler.
I enjoy wiggling is the problem. It's fun to wiggle. Oh, this is like a suboptimal transfer, but maybe I don't care about that. Maybe it's more important to keep you on 0 than keep my money up. I think that's true. You're being rude to me. I feel no compunction about being rude to you.
Justine, core damage HB is not the worst deck I can find, but it's often suffering heavy.
It can be real rough. It can be a sad time in the world. You've gone through 17 cards and you've seen 1 agenda? That sounds unlikely. This was stupid though, because what if it's a Melias? Yeah, this made no sense. The third Jubstead, come on! I don't think I trashed this. You have no money. You can't really use this to hurt me yet. I've got time to find another Gourmand. It's less funny in the current Melias U decks that use like 3 fucking bites. But running into a bite in most decks is just funny. I struggle to get too mad about it. I'm mostly laughing. Don't trash the crew. You're so poor. I know it's a big ticket trash item, but, like, no. Can we find another transfer? We can find a Katurga. That's good enough. Wasteful not to do it on Audrey, but I don't care. We want to keep them in the blender. Fuck out of here. Hey, another bite. They didn't have the money for it. We'll drop our breakers. What ice are we breaking? Yeah, they're in the blender now. It's going to be a bad time for them.
This is why you have to stop the blender before it's assembled.
Yes, 100%.
As soon as the lid is on, you're fucked.
We just added like a cool attachment to our blender.
Yeah.
So. Hey, Bloop, get out of here. You're not allowed to have that. We're going to do this. You probably just let this go, unless you have an agenda in hand. You maybe forced me to spend an Audrey counter. Hard to say. Hard to say. You don't want to give me draws. No further. Yeah. Okay. I'll say purging here would not be the stupidest idea.
God, I hate Audrey.
Would purging matter? Purging wouldn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, that's the like purging with only one virus counter existing feels so bad.
Oh, but that's the thing. One virus counter is all the virus counters I need to ruin your whole day. That's not the problem. The problem is they need more ice. If they had like a server double iced so that like I can't easily recur the virus counter with crew, then I would maybe say purge.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Then a little bit of this. I think even if this is harmonic ice, we just oh, they're just letting us through. Oh, this is reading like a nightmare archive. I'll take the bait. It's a bite. Fair enough. It would be illegal for me to get mad about it.
Fucking incredible.
They didn't spin it back either. That is 3 bites in one deck.
That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Oh, God bless.
Even if Mr. Jank loses this...
Yeah, no, they won the moral battle.
They won the moral victory.
100% agreed.
I am on their side.
PD grinders really can't hurt you. Do we Katurga a Praxis? I don't think that's necessary. At least not yet. I think instead what we do is do this. And presumably you don't res, because you probably can't. We jack out to get tagged. We do this. We do this. Salvo. Hey, there we go. Oh god, they had another salvo in hand. Oof. Yeah.
Damn.
Oof. It did seem like the only thing the Corp had going for them. All right, yeah, Justine, set up a game. I'm gonna jump in and play Ari versus this Synapse deck. Let's see what's worse, my janky Ari build or your janky Synapse build.
This is gonna be so funny. So excited to see what the fuck this is.
Yeah. Oop, there we go. Jumping on in. Ari Draft 4 is not good. We're sticking with Ari Draft 3. I tried Draft 4 a little bit. It did not work. Okay, how we feel about this hand? Ambivalent. Harmony sucks to have this early. Pichichao and Hush aren't that important this early. Simon Chip and Sure Gambler are good to have, but I think we can do better than this. This is at worst a lateral move, but no, having Lily Pad early is great, so we're happy. Godspeed, I have no faith in this. You gotta believe.
Yeah, believe in yourself. It'll be beautiful.
Parappa the Rapper, one of those references that makes me realize I'm old. Because the people will be like, who? What? More of a Lammy type. Yeah, I mean, well.
It's weird. I like rhythm games, but for some reason I was just god-awful at Parappa.
Yeah, because in my memory, Parappa is relatively easy.
Maybe I should try it again. Maybe the problem is that for whatever reason, like the what is it? Not the sync. Like it was just the response was off. I don't know. Give it another shot.
Every time I face up against a Shaper, the beginning always feels so casual. I'm like, oh, they're just going to set up for like 2 or 3 turns. I don't got to even like stress out about them running me. And then by the end of the game, I'm like, why does this suck so bad? They're running so hard. I can't even... He's got 40 credits and he's spending 0 on these runs. What happened? I don't understand. I wonder if there's any kind of A to B connection between those two things.
Nope, definitely not. You shouldn't think about it and then just do the same thing next game.
Interesting. These are not ideal cards to have in conjunction with each other. Oh, I guess let's just get these down. I want to find a dang Coalescence. I don't want to spec work this compilation. That feels bad. Okay, I think we're going to flood the market, which is kind of what I guessed. Which Ari can deal with, like, decently. But not when I don't draw any dang-ass money. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to install that. Muse, stack, Zerum, boop, draw, credit, spec work, the Muse. We're going to credit. So we can do some gambling next turn. If you score out one, whatever. Oh, this is a crypto crash. We're really sad, actually. I didn't think about that. Not mashing out the score, so I don't think it's a crypto. Interesting. Oracle. Okay, you can have a point. That's not a big deal. I'm guessing this is a Revanchelet, or maybe a V1001, so we should run this first. Okay. We're going to do... Actually... Yeah. We're going to do this. Ping. We're going to Ari down a yeah. Yes? Do we... Yeah, let's just do this. Then sacrifice that to get back Muse. Grab from the stack a propeller. That then breaks this. Breach, B1001, cupping it. And you don't have that much money. I think we just... I did not mean to click that, but it's too late to undo. Let's just run. Let's see what happens. Although the fact you have no installable, nothing you want to install up there is... maybe it's not worth looking. Might not be worth checking. We get through ping, no problem. We... No further action. Cool. So now we're guaranteed to get through this, because either Fizzerum or Propeller breaks it. Ganked. Okay, we don't care. Interesting. Don't really have anything we want to spec work. Don't have anything I want to Ari either, so let's go ahead and click this. Oh, this version still had botch. I actually cut botch lists, but that's fine. Deep dive fun. Let's run HQ. Ping. We will Slap down a Pichichow. Draw off of it. Ooh, baby. Yep. There's the Unleash. And a Shipment. Okay. So I think... let's try and get rid of that Unleash. Let's say Unleash goes to bottom, Flood the Market goes to bottom. Then... and we can probably drop... Ugh, I do like all of these. Eesh. I guess Specwork... Specwork's good, though. I guess Nuka. I didn't feel good about any of that. But, I mean, also, they're clicking for creds. We're not too stressed. Let's run server 2. Let's slap down Pichichow. Draw. Okay. Check us with no advancements. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, right, Checkus gives you a tag even if he's unadvanced. Is that true? Yep, I totally missed that we took a tag. I should have cleared that. That's fine. Guessing at least one of these ices is a big, strong one that they want to unleash. We're going to do something a little silly here. Because why not? Sometimes it's fun to be a little silly. Oh, I should trash that.
Yeah, it's like you can either pay 3 now or pay potentially even more than 3 later on.
Yep. Doing a deep dive for 2 whole points never feels good. I could have gotten 3, but like, why?
Yeah.
I'm tagged.
Yeah.
You just bounce it back with Oracle. I think I had better uses of that. I think putting Nuka down made more sense. Oh, I guess I can just trash Nuka. I don't know if they will, though. I'm not used to not Seb, where it's pretty trivial to trash resources. Okay. Not rich. I would like to be. Let's see what happens. 9 credits isn't a ton. Fun house. What do I do? Do I hush it? And then just take the tag? I gotta be careful because I do know they have shipment in hand. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. V-check. Okay. I see what you're going for with the funhouse in front of the V-check, but... And then we might as well do this. I'm not itching to get any of this down, but like... I've got it. I might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6... And we'll just slap down Gauss. Get rid of Botchless. You're never going to do anything over there anyway. Okay. Well, then I draw Spree. Well, what can you do? It's not like these are subroutine intense ice anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we suppose that is? We're up in points enough that I don't think we need to rush to check it. Like, if they get a score here, then that's okay. Except I just stole a crypto crash. I know they have crypto crashes, and then I sat here and made money while they had an unknown installed with shipment from Vladisibirsk in hand. That was silly. That was a terrible move. I should have click cleared commissioned. Yeah. Oh, freedom? Okay. If they just want to jam, maybe not. That seems like, you know, I'm double tagged. That seems like a kind of a waste of a shipment, but I'm not gonna second guess them. Do I have the latitude to get environmental down? I think with overclock I do. Okay, and then we will counter trash this. Let's grab. There's no reason to get cute here. Just grab Oiler. Yeah. And draw. Okay. And match strength and fully break. Yes, and in case this is not. Checkist. Fair enough. This is getting unnecessarily spicy. Spin. Okay. I shouldn't be floating this many tags. I will say I don't think they've fired Synapse's ability a single time this whole game.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
She's drawing a lot of cards.
Yep. Okay. So that she can use YDL to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
I don't think this deck has any cheap way to clear tags, so I might just have to start biting the bullet on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm maxed out on MU. What would Spree run me? 3? I mean, I do get it. The problem is if this turns out to be a fake out. I think... Not a fake out, but also not a great ice to have. Not a great agenda to have, rather. I'm very poor. And I'm very tagged. I just need to get that environmental to pop, and then we're feeling a lot better.
This is a closer game than I was expecting.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I am pretty much. I have felt in control for most of this. However, I might be running out of gas, and they might be building up on. Oh, I'm a fucking moron, is what I am. That. Oh. Yowza. Yowza Bowza, I'm a dipshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have made something happen last turn and gotten that. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Um Do we think they have a third check as Scion? I don't think they have a third check as Scion, and there's no difference between 4 tags and 5 tags. So I think we're rocking and rolling. Yep. Think that was a mistake to try to push there. Yeah. I don't know what they're... This is some nonsense, but there's something here. Yeah. I think there is something to it. Yeah. Justine presumably rejoin the chat. I think maybe the move there was to try and turtle up and get me with freedom of informations. I don't know what your hand looked like. I don't even know if you have 3 Foyas in the deck. I also think spending shipment on the freedom was probably a bad call. Because you could have just installed Advance and scored it. I was double tagged. And saved the Foya for the crypto crash. Or saved the shipment for a crypto crash. Would have done much better if my bigger ice had come to me. Yeah, yeah. Did you have another Unleash in hand? I know I burned away one of them, but I assume you have multiples. Just not me playing enough NBN. Yeah, totally, totally. NBN's funky. I might give this a try myself. See, you know, yeah, worse. I didn't this one. Yeah, yeah. I've played stupider decks. I'm gonna do one last Bangoon as a palate cleanser. In fact, speaking of stupid decks. Oh no, don't need to be all caps. Twitch.tv/video entropy. Like 10% Dexter from Dexter's Lab. Really not committing to a Dexter from Dexter's Lab.
Yeah. Mm.
Want to find a purge window, but it didn't quite pan. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Vizarum was really giving you a bad time. That V-check would have been much worse if I, just because my money was really running out, and you trashing that environmental testing really caught me flat-footed. Forgot that was an option you had. If I got my second V-check, who baby we would have been cooking? Yes, totally, totally. What is Seraph's strength? I'm sure it's not. Yeah, it's only 5 strength, so it does just die to a fucking crew charm. That's maybe the nail in its coffin. Like, you already have a bad matchup into Seb, and then, yeah, you wouldn't want to rely on Big Ice that Can't kill him and can't survive. Lat. All right, here's a chance to redeem ourselves against Lat. I doubt we will, but we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna go slightly spicy here. And say, if you wanna lose a program, because you install, run, clear tag. So that's 3 clicks and 5 cards to steal this. Now, the flip side of putting an SDS down like this is, like, now I'm going to be reticent to score it until you've played a program I want to target. I need to just score it, especially versus Shaper, because you simply have, like, you will find a trash program you're willing to throw away faster. Like, you can afford to wait to hold back your other stuff until then. So I need to not fuck around. Against Criminal, I can play that game. I can't play that game against Shaper. Okay, oop, measured. There's no point in installing Kesselroyd. Kesselroyd exists in this deck exclusively to try to attack against Seb. It can be an okay gear check, but, like, who are we fooling?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, just going, trying to find their tools.
Yeah, they're just digging.
Really digging. Okay.
Ah. Iris, how hyped are you for Thread Spinner in a few days here?
I am so excited.
I've written a lot of notes for session 1.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I think was I talking about that at the start of the stream? I think I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were. Yeah. But now there's more people here.
There are more people.
I'm considering making some minor tweaks to like how I was going to play my character in terms of like personality and like mood.
Sure.
Because I was initially gonna go for a lot more somber vibe, but like I don't know. I think I don't know.
She just seemed kind of done with the bullshit immediately.
Yeah.
When we did the character creation.
Uh-huh.
Like, just out of the gate, I gotta deal with these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I would love to find an Angelique. That would really make me feel comfortable about scoring this Basalt, but so far, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
We might just rip it, but eh. Ooh, okay. Fly swatter's useless. We'll slap the Kesselroyd down just to, you know, so far they're not showing us a fractor, so they'd have to find one. And that means spending money. No, or they just pinhole me. Or I can just go fuck myself. That's fine.
Hello, Pinhole. Bane of my existence.
It's I was thinking about, like, man, the day Pinhole rotates, which is years out, but when it does, the whole game is going to feel completely different.
Yeah. Do you think they'll print like a something that's close but not the same?
My guess is yes.
Or do you think they'll just be like, no, let's let it ride and see what happens?
I will guess they will give you some way to make some way for criminals to more easily trash assets.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the day you lose Pinhole is the day, like, Plutus just takes over. Because Plutus is a fucked up card, and Pinhole is one of the things that, like, keeps it from really hitting its full potential, you know?
True. How many people have you run into playing Plutus, though?
That's what I'm saying. They can't because of Pinhole.
Right. So, like...
I'm saying once you take Pinhole out of the equation, I think you see a lot more Plutus.
Yeah, because that's I think that's the problem, is, like, there's a lot of cool assets that you just can't use because of Pinhole.
Right. Also, yeah, Fut gets way worse. Revanchelit gets way worse. Wage Workers is already bad, and it gets even worse. We will... I mean, this doesn't do that much, unfortunately. We'll do it just to try to tax you, but with these simul chips, this is, like, meaningless. You don't have a way to avoid this damage, I don't think. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, Muse. No, you do. back. Which is bad because, yeah. We need a spin doctor. We've drawn 3 out of the 4 3-pointers in the deck within the first 15 cards. That's Bangoon living, baby.
Hell yeah.
Because frankly, I scored 1 3-pointer. I kind of don't want to see any others for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Just, like, what, get a green mail to get the threat, and then try and murder?
Just 2-pointers. Just let them dreams and divest.
Oh, right. Yeah, let them dreams. Right.
Yeah. There you go. I think banning Extract probably the right call for Ob. Even if, again, I wasn't really feeling the pinch from Ob, but, I get it. But, man, I miss Extract so much in this deck. That'd be so much nicer to have than Vulture Fund. If I could extract this anemone, get it in the trash, make 6 credits, and have it ready to, spin back and hit him with an enemy again, forget about it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I think that's the real problem is yeah, you nerfed Ob, but also you caused a lot of collateral damage for.
I do think most Waylands don't really need Extract. I don't even need it. It's just so nice to have over Vulture Fund. Listen, they ban Ob, Extract comes back, no problem. I'd take that trade, but I understand. I'm not taxing you heavily, but I am taxing you, and I'm okay with that. Especially, you've used up 2 Simulchips already, so Propeller... You've got more than just Propeller in here, though, I'm sure. Interesting. Okay. There's the last chip. Measured. LTD. Did you see what Ty wrote in the thread spinner chat, Iris?
No.
It's pretty good. Don't run over there. What are you doing? Why are you just running last click just to,
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Well, you didn't even I feel cheated. Actually, wait, I'm fine. Oh, you are Oh, you are so close to being dead. If I top deck an Angelique, give me the first Angelique of the game and I win. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I'm praying for you.
Or the last measured response. Either way.
I'm praying for you.
Rolling them bones. Let's go.
Ah! Oh, well.
Fuck. And now you're at 6 points, so I can't let you have anything. This is bad. Okay. Oh, no! Oh, fuck that!
Dude!
Fuck that!
That's so funny. That's so funny.
God damn it. Motherfucker. Oh my god.
There is a chance.
There's a chance, but let's be real here. Because now they run archives just to do a knick-knack sale. Or they pop... That fermenter's about to pop. No, there's no chance. There's zero chance. The chance is nil. That was our turn to win, and we were literally a card away from doing it. Oh.
That's rough.
My heart. My poor heart. I'm a gentle soul. I just want to make people explode. I can't believe we were one card away. If we had clicked to draw at any point during this game, we would have won. Oh, you're being real. Okay, you're just building all your money up. Yeah. I won in spirit if I think about it. Thanks. Seamless. I think they don't. I think they just run this because why wouldn't they? But we'll see. They might just draw up. We might slip one past the goalie here.
We're so close to just a beautiful way to end the night.
Just run archives. Just run
Yeah,
archives.
just do it. It's fine.
And you gotta do a knickknack sale, don't you? Come on now, sell a Daisy. You're not using it for nothing.
Yeah.
And don't trigger these fermenters. Because I might score this Let Them Dream. I will never score the final agenda. It can't be done. They're low on cards. It could be done. If I ever draw these fucking Angeliques, it could be done. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sounds like this. I miss having bite in this deck. If they hit the seamless launch, and if they assume I can't possibly have 3 measured responses in hand.
Yeah, because why would you? That would be absurd.
But that's a 1 in 5 chance. Okay. Fuck. No, it can't be done without all 3. Yeah. But I have no way. Well, Spin Doctor. It is like theoretically possible to win this game, but who are we fooling? Yep, we res the event horizon. Mm-hmm. Oh, there goes a spin doctor. Could have used that. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Bye, Spin Doctor.
Bye, Spin Doctor. I love you.
Oof. Duh.
No, why are you checking over here? I don't got anything over here. Stop it.
Yeah, you definitely don't have two more measures and an agenda.
I gotta say, not loving the fucking vulture funds. I don't think they're worth it.
No, they aren't. Like, unless you can exploit the bad lads.
Oh, they're diving? Fuck off. You don't need to be doing that.
That's really mean. That's fucked up.
That's so fucked up of you.
That's so rude.
Why are you popping Hannah? What are we doing here? You're 1 point to 2 Angeliques.
I realized right after I stole you.
Oh, well, what can you do? Yeah,
yeah.
Fuck a vulture fund.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're really fast or...
Yeah. You need a way to get on the back end.
It's not worth it.
I was kind of skeptical about it. I was like, let's try it because I do want money, but
God, you're gonna have to find other ways.
I might look at like dropping one Let Them Dream to make room for a Hansei review.
Yeah.
That's only one more credit than a petty cash. There's no good answers. The good answer was unfortunately.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Rough out there for corp economies.
Well, Bangun is just so squeezed on influence because you have to import anemones and Daniela and the Let Them Dreams, and it's like you don't really have room for like workhorse stuff, like economy. Hey, you know whose econ's just fine is fucking Jinteki. Lacoste Charlotte is disgusting for how much money it can make.
Yeah.
They might need to boop Jinteki on the nose a little bit. They're maybe a little too high off the hog. But anyway, that's going to be another week in Netrunner. I guess I'm going to go watch this dog shit episode of Fargo. But thanks everybody for hanging out. And we'll see you some other time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.